from Tri-County Career Center. The students call me Mrs. D because Durfler's crazy, right? This is the first year that we've not had the 8th graders on our campus to see our programming. We are the step before college. So I know you just listened to Hocking College. We're right across the street from Hocking. We're the program that you would take, or the school that you would take your junior and senior year if you chose to come to Tri-County. I have 25 minutes. I have 23 programs to share with you and tell you what's involved. So I'm going to get started. I know you just heard a lot of information and you're going to hear a lot more, but hopefully next year we can arrange something for you to come and visit in person. We'd love to have you on campus because you missed the 8th grade thing. You do get to come again in 10th grade, but the key is to let you see it one time before. So let's get started. Maybe you're a kid that's interested in going to work right after school. You're going in the military. You know you're going to college. Maybe you're a kid that just wants to get paid fat stacks of cash, right? Or maybe you're just a kid from Southeastern Ohio and you're going to play sports professionally. Whatever it is you're planning to do right now, in whatever grade you're in, 7th, 8th, 6th, it's important to start thinking about what you are passionate about, what you want to learn, and how you can get paid to do that. Okay, that's the goal, right? If I have to go somewhere every single day, 5 days a week for 30 years or longer, don't I want to like what I'm doing? So if you can figure out now what it is you like to do and how to turn that into getting paid to do that, or learning something to get paid to learn to do that, that is a successful career. And that's what Tri-County is all about. All right, if you see someone in the presentation without a mask, it's pre-COVID. Everyone has a mask and a temp check every single morning. We're doing everything we can to keep our students safe. All right, these are 2 students that have attended Tri-County last year. Robert Roselle was a student who knew he did not want to go to college. So he came into our diesel ag technology program, which is learning how to be a diesel mechanic, repair tractors, semi-trucks, etc. He graduated. Before he even graduated, he got a job at Caterpillar making great money. And now he is in their dealer technician program where he is learning how to teach other people to be mechanics, and they're paying him for that. Robert says that without Mr. Collins, his instructor, he would not be where he is today. So that's one tiny little success story of millions. The other one on the other side is Tegan Garn. She's an Alexander student. Tegan knew she wanted to be a nurse, so she came to Tri-County. She got STNA, which is your state tested nurses assistant certification. And she also got a job at Kynes Nursing Home during COVID. So she was working full time as a senior, making really good money with her STNA. And then she enrolled in Hocking. She's pursuing her RN. And then her goal is to transfer to High University to eventually become a nurse practitioner. So no matter what your plans are, whether you don't want to go to college or whether you do want to go to college, we can help you with that and helping you set yourself up for life. All right, so this is how it works. You take what you're interested in, what you like to do, what experiences you have. Sorry about that. We're still on school. You add on our hands-on training, which is all hands-on, and I'll explain what that means. You get your academics here. We still have English, science, and math. And then you graduate with everyone back at Trimble. So you walk across in their graduation ceremony, you get that diploma. But if you choose to come to Tri-County your junior and senior year, right here, you walk again through our high school graduation ceremony, and you get a certificate that says you're certified as a diesel mechanic, STNA, cosmetologist, whichever program you choose. So what's that mean to you? That means you have a marketable skill. You can begin working right away. Maybe you can earn scholarship money and go on to college. It just depends on what you want to do. So we can do that for you. All right, this is the career tree, and I don't know if you can see this. This is the one for criminal justice or police officer. So everyone that graduates has jobs that unlock at the first level. You guys play video games, you know how you unlock the levels. That's what a career tree does. You spend 2 years with us, we give you the roots of a career, and then as you get more experience, more education, more certification, you unlock the next level. Okay, so if you go through criminal justice, when you come out of Tri-County, you can be a security guard, you can be a screener, you can be a parking enforcement, maybe a local corrections officer. But then as you get more experience and you get older, you're going to be a police officer, a trooper, a SWAT investigator, ICE patrol, and then even further, judge, prosecuting attorney, defense attorney. So all of our programs that you choose have all of these jobs. We get you here, And then you decide how far you're going to go. But nobody graduates from criminal justice at 18 and walks into a judge's job. And that's what I need you to understand. I am not going to go over all of these for every program. We'll be here forever. I just want you to know all of the potential jobs that are available. Okay, it's a beautiful thing when a passion and a career come together. We love that at Tri-County. We have kids that come down, they learn how to disassemble an engine, their grades go way up, they love school, and we think that's beautiful, and that's our goal. All right, so we have 23 programs. So you would come to Tri-County, we send a bus to your school or pick you up. We start at 8 o'clock, everyone comes in, temp check, free breakfast, free lunch for everybody. And then you spend 3 periods in the morning, English, science, math, you go to lunch. And then the rest of your day from 11:15 to 2:15, you are in a lab, one of our lab settings, and you're doing hands-on training. So these are the 23 labs that you had to choose from. Because we have such limited time, I'm going to kind of go quickly through them. They're all on our website, tricountyhightech.com. Really, really hoping that you guys can come next year in person. So jump on there and look. Also, we're on Facebook, and I post pictures every single day of what our students are doing. So you can go on Facebook, type in Tri-County Career Center, and you can see people you know, maybe some of your siblings or whatever. So I'm going to go through the 23 program choices. You start thinking about, could I see myself doing that? Explain a little bit about it. So on each slide, the name of the program, couple pictures, the name of the instructor, a picture, and then credentials. Those are credits towards graduation. That doesn't mean much to you now, but when you get up to high school, it will mean more, and I'll let your counselor explain that to you. All right, and then you'll see the student organization that each program is affiliated with. So SkillsUSA is one, FFA, BPA, I'll explain that. And that's like where they have an opportunity to learn leadership skills and get scholarships and things like that. So auto body, you wreck your car, you bring it in the lab, they hammer out, sand it down, they take it to a professional paint booth, and they match it to the existing color. So your lab that day might be painting a car. When you leave for the night, it dries, they come back, they go back into the paint booth, they do another coat. The next night they go home, they put the clear coat on, and then they bring it out, they put the parts on that did not need painted, write up a bill, and a customer comes and takes it away. So you're learning to fix the outside of a car. This is them sanding, this is them painting. These are skills you will learn. When you're done, collision repair, auto refinishing, whatever you choose to do. Mr. Ringheiser is the instructor, and you can earn 24 credentials towards graduation. Next up, that's a career tree for them, all the jobs that you can get. One of them is race car designer builder, but you get that certification at the high school level and you work your way up. All right, auto tech, what's the difference? Well, this is learning to work on the inside of the car, the engine of the car. Same situation, people bring in their cars and trucks to your lab. You hook it up to a computer, it shoots out like a code that helps you troubleshoot the engine problem. You order the parts, and then you work to fix the car. Mr. Lutz is the instructor. He's ASE certified, which is one of the certifications that you need to be like the gold star mechanic. And then he checks it up, you write up a bill, and the customer comes and takes it away. The end of the 2 years with us, your auto service tech, your auto maintenance, service manager, pit crew member, etc. So that one, they're affiliated with SkillsUSA, and they earn 26 credentials. So that is learning to be a mechanic and fixing the engine of a car. And that's their career tree. Next up is building and property management, a whole different game. So these students are learning to use heavy equipment, and they're learning to do masonry work, which is learning how to build with brick or stone. Mr. Bale is the instructor. You earn 13 credentials. You do not need to go to college for the first 3. You can go right into the field and start making big fat stacks of cash, which is so important, right? These students are involved with SkillsUSA. Sorry. And they're ready to go into the field. The other one that's related is carpentry. The state calls it construction trades. We call it carpentry. What's the difference between building and property and carpentry? They build a brand new home every single year. So this is the home they built last year, and this is the home they built 2 years before. They usually are pretty close to Tri-County, but you go out 3 days a week to the job site with your instructor and you build. You come back 2 days a week for blocked academics, because remember, we're still preparing you for graduation from high school, so you still need English, science, and math. And then they come back and do their academics. So they're building a brand new home from top to bottom. They learn how to install windows, roofing, siding. When it gets cold, they go inside. What are the working conditions like if you're working outside? It's Ohio. It's crazy, right? Last week, we were all nice and warm, sandals. This week, we're back in our coats. If that does not bother you at all, think about that. If that does not bother you, this is a great career where you can make great money, but you gotta like to work outside. This is when you need to start thinking about that. Do I like to work outside, or do I prefer to be inside? Mr. Harden is the instructor. He graduated from the program and now he's back teaching it. And there's the career tree. Cosmetology, whole different game. This is learning how to do people's hair, makeup, nails. So these students start junior year on mannequins. Senior year, we open a full service salon. Customers call, make an appointment. Anything that you can get done in a regular salon, you can get done at Tri-County. So these students, Mrs. Dickin is the instructor. She's here. You earn 12 credentials. The big thing about this program is you take the state board at the end of the 2 years, which is what we prepare you for. You pass that and you are a licensed cosmetologist in the state of Ohio. Let's talk about money, because money becomes so important with any kind of training or education, Hawking, OU, whatever you're thinking. Let's talk about money for this program. So if you come, maybe you come and see it and you want to come, but you don't want to leave your home school and you graduate at Trumbull and everything's good, and you change your mind again, because guess what? You'll change your mind again. My daughter's changed it like 3 times. And then you decide, you know what, maybe I do want to be a cosmetologist. You have 2 options after you've graduated. You can go to our night school. We offer this for adults in the evening, or you can go to the Ohio State School of Cosmetology. So what's the big difference? Tuition. It's $14,500, okay? How much is it if you come during the day as a junior and get the certification? It's free. There's no tuition. I just saved you that much money. You're welcome, okay? But it's so important to think about that. You don't want to be in debt. If you can get a skill and make great money right out of high school, that is awesome. Maybe you'll take that skill. Maybe you can work part-time as a cosmetologist while you're going to college and make great money. It's up to you. But we have no tuition. What do you pay for? You do have to buy a lab kit, which is your apron, your mannequin, your cape, your shears, all the things that you need. You have 2 years to pay for it. It's $500, but you take it with you when you graduate to get started on your first job. So that is something you need to think about. Money, money, money. Next is criminal justice, which is one we talked about at the beginning. Commander Mike Collins is the instructor. These students get TASER certified, first aid CPR. They get pepper spray certified, self-defense certified. They learn crime scene investigation. They train, physically train 3 days a week as part of their lab, because you got to be in shape to chase those bad guys, right? These students are preparing to work as a private security, police officer, dispatcher, state corrections officer, etc. A lot of these students are planning to be military police, and we get them ready for that. You can get your corrections officer, which means working in a prison, certification at the high school level. And then go on to the police academy when you're 21, but you cannot be a police officer in the state of Ohio until you're 21. So you have that time between high school and graduation where you really might have to do some private security or something like that. But these students are busy. They love their instructor. They earn up to 26 credentials, and then they're ready to go into the field. Next is culinary arts. How many of you love to cook? How many of you just like to eat like me? Okay, so this one, you're learning to be a chef or an assistant chef. They're in a full service like restaurant kitchen, professional kitchen that was just renovated over the summer. They're with Chef Katie. There's their new kitchen. They start small and they work their way up. They open a restaurant 1 day a week for the staff. They plan the menu. They figure out how much to charge for each item, and then they cook it and serve it. These students are ready to go right into the field when they graduate. It's a fast-paced environment, but maybe someday you'll be like on the Food Network and you'll be throwing stuff up in the air, chopping, and it all tastes good when you're done. But you get your start at Tri-County. So that is culinary arts. Next is diesel ag, which is what Robert was in at the beginning of the presentation. These students are learning to work on farm equipment, semi-trucks, combines, etc. They're very involved with FFA. And then Kyle Collins is the instructor. He graduated from Tri-County and now he's back teaching the program. So that's kind of exciting. These students work hard, but they get that certification. And then Caterpillar, John Deere, Kenworth, come down to Tri-County your senior year, second semester, and then they try to recruit you. They give you sign-on bonuses, college tuition reimbursement. Sky's the limit once you're certified. So if you've never thought about it or you are thinking about it, Diesel Ag Technology. Next up, HVAC plumbing. This is brand new next year. HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. You're learning how to fix those things. And then also plumbing, you're learning to be a plumber. We have not, you would be like next year is our very first year, so I don't have pictures from this year, but the average salary for a plumber in Ohio is $55,000, and the average salary for HVAC technician is $50,000. Here are all the jobs that you can get. You can earn up to 14 credentials. We've hired Mr. Tim Snedden to come teach that next year, and we have lots of applicants for it, so we're excited to offer that to you. This one, you could get both of these certifications and you will always have a job. You would not need to go to college to finish. So that's HVAC and plumbing. Next up, early childhood education is for those of you that like the little kids. You're like, I don't like little kids. I hear a lot of kids tell me that. You have little brothers and sisters that drive you crazy. You have to like little kids to be in this program, but you are teaching preschool age children. You're doing snack time, library time, you read to them, they do a little hands-on craft, you write a little lesson plan for that. They have their own playground. So all of that is going on. You are also learning how to set up bulletin boards like in a classroom. At the end of the 2 years, your elementary teacher aide, daycare providers, preschool teacher, etc. Maybe you just want to be like a kindergarten teacher, first grade, elementary, you would go on to college, but you've already learned early childhood education, so you're way ahead of the game. Mrs. Frame is the instructor. They get 14 credentials. They're involved with FCCLA, and they're ready to go into the field upon graduation. Electrical trades, learning how to restore the power, being an electrician. We have lots of applications for this one. Mr. Bolin is the instructor. You earn 13 credentials. They start small projects in lab and learn basic skills. They do solar panel technology. And then when carpentry's done building the house, they go out and help with wiring the house for power. So this is a great career opportunity where we know that you can make great money. So definitely when you get a chance, come and visit this one. Mr. Bolin graduated from the program and he's back teaching the program. They're also involved with SkillsUSA, and you can earn 13 credentials. Food hospitality, so a little bit of cooking, but mostly like the tourism industry. So learning to take reservations, doing some cooking, working in a hotel or a restaurant or something like that. You learn how to be a server, a cashier, dining room service. One of the things they did this fall was they grew their own vegetables and herbs and brought them into the kitchen and made recipes with that. They also help with the food bank. They go down and volunteer once a month, I think, to help them out. So a lot going on here. Mrs. Roback is the instructor. You get that small business certification. You could get a great job right out of high school. So consider food hospitality. Firefighter EMS, it's a hot career, no pun intended. So these students are learning how to fight fires. We don't do that on campus, that's dangerous. So they go to Wellston Fire Training Academy and actually practice those skills. You're also learning EMS, which is like a paramedic, first responder type person. These students have they learn a lot of medical related things, first aid CPR. They earn up to 35 credentials, which is huge, right? Mr. Green is the instructor. He graduated from the program, or not the program, but Tri-County. And he's also a volunteer firefighter, so he knows what's going on. But these students have to pass a physical to get in. You got to be in great shape to put all that gear on with that oxygen pack, climb up a ladder, and maybe bring someone down with you to safety. So we just want to make sure that you're safe and keep you safe. So that is firefighter and EMS. Graphic design and marketing, whole different game. So in this program, you are on the computers a lot and you are learning how to design images like this one that can be put on promotional items for a business. So maybe you'll make this image and you'll put it on a coffee cup, a billboard, a t-shirt, etc. You're learning Photoshop, how to take the fence out of the picture for the dog. This is one of their very early assignments. We don't expect you to know how to do any of it. We want your goal is to figure out what you want to learn. So don't stress about that. If you are a very creative person, you can master the art of design, digital graphics, and photo manipulation. So he teaches you to take photos and then edit those photos and then put that photo, use it in some sort of advertising. At the end of the 2 years, you can be any of these jobs. Maybe with further training and or education, you can be a web designer, video game designer, graphic and marketing instructor, and the list goes on. Mr. Andrews teaches the program, and the students in it really seem to enjoy him and the program. You earn 8 credentials, and then you go on with it. Medical professions. How many of you want to be in the medical field, but you're not exactly sure what you want to study? You can come and learn a lot about different technologies related to the medical field or jobs. So the big thing they work on is phlebotomy certification. That's learning how to draw blood. You can stop right there and have that job for the rest of your life. They're also learning how to handle patients. They learn nutrition and safety. They learn how universal health precautions, medical terminology, and then off to college they go if they want to go past phlebotomy. Ms. Green is the instructor. You earn 14 credentials. They help with our American Red Cross blood drives that we have here at Tri-County, but they definitely are getting all the skills they need to go on either as a phlebotomist or straight on to college. Networking. This is learning how to set up and link computers together. Mr. Yanko is the instructor. These students learn how to disassemble a computer, and then they learn how to fix it, and then they learn how to link it to other computers. So when you log on a Trimble computer, someone has set up that network and maintains that network. These students are ready to go into the field or on to college, depending on what they want to do. They can get Cisco certification, which I will let Mr. Yanko explain to you. But this is for people that love to be on computers, fixing computers, and then maintaining a network. Nursing technology, you just want to be a nurse. So this is the one that Tegan was in at the beginning of the presentation. These students are in a lab setting half a day when they're also doing bookwork, medical terminology, anatomy, physiology. Got to get ready for college because you definitely have to go to college for this one. You get your STNA, State Tested Nurses Aid certification. That certification is necessary to get into a nursing program in Ohio at a college level. So you get that for free, and then off to college you go. Mrs. Guthrie is the instructor. She's also a registered nurse. She's here. You earn 14 credentials. They're very involved with their student organization, and then they're off and running to college. So get ready here, get that STNA. You could start working like at Kimes Nursing Home, or maybe you could be a home health aide before you even graduate. POWERLINE technology, whole different ball game. So this is kind of what their lab looks like. They have a classroom too. But they're learning to restore the power when it goes out. These students, Noah here graduated last year. You have to be able to climb and not be afraid of heights. So here's what happens every single year since this program has been here. We get students that are accepted, they're excited, their junior year, they come and start. The first week is safety quiz. We have to keep you safe. You have gaps on your boots that dig into that pole when you're in a safety harness. But every single year, the student starts climbing, gets about halfway up, and they're like, wow, they didn't know they were afraid of heights. So what happens to you if you come to Tri-County and for whatever reason, you cannot physically do the program, or it isn't what you thought, you don't care for it? You have 2 choices. You can switch to another program if there's availability, which meaning if there's a spot in electrical maybe, which would be close to POWERLINE, you could take that, or you can go back to Trimble. Our goal is to get you certified and help you complete the program, but we want you to be happy so you're not stuck. So this is POWERLINE. The bucket truck, for the most part, will take them up to the line to fix it, and that's on campus. You learn to use that as well. But sometimes the truck isn't able to get there, or there's flooding. They have to physically climb, and that's where the climbing part comes in. So these students are ready to go into the field. We've had a lot of success stories. He started at AEP before he even graduated, and he's making amazing money. So POWERLINE technology. Next up, retail office. This is a whole different game as well. This is what their lab looks like. It looks like a retail store. So these students get small business certification. They learn how to order product. They learn how to computerize it, like put the inventory on a computer, how to price it. And then they get the fun part, the creative side, where they display it, they make things for it. They sell everything from school logo wear to lanyards to candy, and that's what they're learning. These students get 18 credentials. Mr. Deli is the instructor. At the end of it, the 2 years, they're advanced customer service and sales certified, small business certified, retail fundamentals. And then Microsoft Word and Excel, they can keep the books for the business, keep track of the money. So they're all around, they're ready to go into the field. You could go to Marisa's, you could go to a mall, you could work at a Macy's, whatever, maybe be your own business owner, but you're getting all the skills you need to start working as soon as you graduate from high school. This is our brand new program that begins next year. We've been promoting this one heavily. So this is sports journalism and new media. What does that even mean? So this is learning how to write about sports or how to broadcast about sports. You watch ESPN or the news, or you read the Athens Messenger. Someone has written that article about the Trimble game that they won, because you guys are pretty good, I hear. Whatever, you learn those skills with us. So you could be a news or sports reporter, a journalist, a broadcaster, an editor, social media specialist, or podcaster or YouTuber. Maybe someday you would be on ESPN, who knows, right? These students are going to intern, which means go to that place to learn, with radio stations, Nelsonville TV Cable, WOUB, OU Athletics, and others. So if you've ever thought about writing about sports or broadcasting, maybe a game or something like that, this is where you get your start. We're excited for this program, and we would love to have you come visit it next year if you get to come. And then this is sports medicine, a little bit different, still sports related. So these students are learning how to work out properly, the parts of the body. It is a medical program. And then they're learning, hoping to learn how to teach other people to work out properly. At the high school level, you get your personal fitness training certification. So you can teach one-on-one fitness, or you could be a personal trainer. And then they go on to college. Maybe you want to be a sports doctor, or maybe you want to be a physical therapist. You would go to college to finish. The good news is OU has one of the top sports med programs, so that would be a great place. But these students get that certification and they can teach fitness. Mr. Lichq is the instructor. And they eventually learn, the goal is to how to rehab an injured athlete. So if an athlete gets injured, they would design an exercise program to get that athlete back up and ready to play. So that's the ultimate goal. Mr. Lichq is the instructor. They seem to love him. They're involved with SkillsUSA, and they earn 17 credentials. And then Teacher Academy is Mrs. Taylor's program. These students are going to be teachers. So if you've ever thought about being a teacher, come and get this program. You earn a free semester credits at OU for Introduction to Education, which means you take it with us, and then you don't take it when you go to college, but you definitely have to go to college to finish. We are the entryway. They intern out to make sure it's what they want to do. Remember, you're not paying tuition, so come and see if you really do want to be a teacher. And then off to college you go. And then finally, welding. This is learning how to be a welder. So this one is very successful. We just had the American Welding Society certification test. All of the seniors passed it, so we're excited for them. That means they are certified, and they can begin making anywhere from $15 to $25 an hour right after high school, which is amazing money. Mr. Witham is the instructor. I don't see him. Oh, he's somewhere. Oh, he's here. And you earn 13 credentials. He graduated from Tri-County too, and he'll get you going. So that is welding. All right, I think I'm out of time. But this is your day. You get free breakfast and free lunch, academics in the morning, lab in the afternoon. And don't forget that we are on Facebook, and you can come and see it next year, I'm hoping. And I'm excited for you to think about that. The Career Center is a great place, no matter whether you're going straight into the workforce, you're going in the military, or you're going to college. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it. And like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing all of you next year when things return to more normal. Keep those masks on. I don't have mine on. I'm in a room by myself, but it's over there. Wash your hands so we can get out of this COVID situation and return to normal. Have a great day, Trimble. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Do you